Alright, today we're going to process this image using the Creative Flow Lightroom presets and profiles, and it's a raw file I took in Amsterdam, ISO 100, 16mm f4.5, 6-second exposure, and it looks pretty good. We got sort of a smoothing out here. It was pouring rain, so you can see that here in the water. With a long exposure, you get a lot of colors happening, especially with the reflections off the wet cobblestone here. So for this, my thought process is, let's go with something monochromatic or moody. So I'm going to go down to the, let's start with the Moody collection and see what we get here. So I'm going to go with, actually, yeah, I'm liking these deep ones are looking pretty good. And I'm going to go with this deep warm. So it cuts down a lot of that saturation. And I'm going to go into the side panel here and just change a few things, bring up the shadows a bit. You can see that center portion coming to life a bit more. And then I'm going to go down here and let's go remove chromatic aberration. And I'm going to go to the auto, and you can see it changes the perspective. This only works on raw files, kind of aligns things up nicely there. So let's go with the vignette, change the midpoint a bit, and feather it a little bit more. And there we go. Looks pretty good. I kind of like it. There's where we started, and there's after. Before, after. Kind of gave it that nice moody look, but I'm going to go for more of a, I think I'm going to go for a monochromatic. So I'm going to go down, I'm just going to leave that there, and let's go to the film emulation presets. These are some of my favorite black and white photos, and let's go through some of these. So I'm going to reset the whole thing here. There we go. And ooh, I like some of these. Actually, I really like this one here. So that's the Tri-X 400. I love that one. And same idea. I'm going to just drop this, get the midpoint, bring up the shadows a little more. And let's play with the profile. You can get more of a crushed look. So just bring that there. And I'm happy with that. That looks really great. I'm going to go to the reset just so we can look at before and after. There's before, there's after. One last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set that auto transform. There we go. Everything is nicely aligned. So I'm going to bring this into Photoshop and just finalize it there. And now we're in Photoshop. I'm not going to touch this too much. I'm going to try a few things here. What I like to do is sometimes just Command J, that makes a copy here, and I go up into filter, camera raw filter right here. And there we go, we got camera raw, and I've already got, throw a tiny bit of a vignette on there, just a little more, hit OK. And what I'm going to do with that is, maybe I'm going to burn it a little more. So at the top here, I'm doing the midtones, 6%, and I'm just going to lightly brush across. Just so we keep our focus sort of on the lamppost, drawing our eye into the rest of the photo. And I'm doing this quickly, just for demo purposes here. There's before, and there's after, a little bit more depth to the photo. And another thing I like to do is go up to the filter and let's sharpen it really quickly. So just adds a bit more sharpening to it. And if we go super close, you can actually see this. You might be able to see it, but it just adds a nice level of sharpening to it that I like. And there we go. So let's check it out. I'm going to see how this lines up with the golden ratio, and oh, it's dead on. So there we go. So that's exactly what I was talking about. The lamppost is that perfect focal point. There's our golden ratio of things, and it's just kind of perfectly balanced. There we go. So what I do here is I just flatten image. And I like to put all my details into file info. So this is a cool thing that you can really put your keywords and embed things in there just so you, there's the camera data. So I save that all because I want to make sure that if someone finds this photo, they can find out that it's one of mine and they can inquire about it. And there we go. So that's it. That's how I processed this fine art photo in Lightroom and in Photoshop. Thanks for watching.